different stages. Did it cost me anything? No. Did it have high visibility? 200,000 people. Marketing. Sometimes you have to upgrade. Sometimes you have to think outside the box. And sometimes you have to adapt your stages. Like we were talking about the mobile video wall. I had clients that went to the video wall to show a movie. And I just had so many gigs that weekend. I'm like, oh, now I got to bring out the truss. I got to do a freestanding thing like that. You know what? Throw it on the 2420. Hang it mid-beam. The stingiest client that I've had in the world that doesn't want to pay $2,000 for a show paid me $10,000, and now has booked that thing twice a year for the next 5 years. Because I ain't want to make my life easy. I'm putting it on the stage instead of free mobile. So a year ago, I got this stage. I threw it in Coconut Grove. I got the exposure. Everybody loved it. I got one picture of it. Now, Matt's here somewhere, and I hope you won't talk until I'm done. There he is. Now, we need to book this stage. Oh, well, there's this festival in the Bahamas. Well, now, we've been to the Bahamas before. We did the Junkanoo Festival. We've done a couple of festivals there. We do a lot of things with the Bahamian consulate and all the political people from the Bahamas, so it's no different. We were booking a lot of shows, or had booked a lot of shows at Baja Bar before they had their grand opening. That didn't happen because every water pipe in the hotel leaked on a project that was $18 billion over budget. But we had our experience and we knew people in the Bahamas. I'm like, all right, tell me about the show. He said, well, they're going to be there for 2 weekends. So figure it'll be out of our hands for 3 weeks. It's going to go on this ship. He explained all the details. All right, fine. We came up with a price. Where's my deposit? And a lot of times, I'm very, very, very bad at getting the deposits. A lot of my clients are on 30-day terms. I know I shouldn't be that way, but on this one, I'm like, no, for it to go there, I want to have my U.S. insurance. I want to have my maritime insurance, so should something happen to it in transit. I want to have my insurance while it's in the Bahamas. I want to have a bond. I need cash up front to pay for a lot of this stuff. Oh, no, it's good for it. Yeah, but, I just spent a lot of money. And, no, he's good for it. I'm like, this is the show, the Fire Festival. And I forget her name, Bella Hadid or something. And all these beautiful models are going to be frolicking on the beach and in the water. And for the price of your ticket, you're going to get to play with these girls, and you're going to be on the sandy beaches, on an island owned by pirates. You're going to live in a villa in front of a stage, so your front house makes our villas, I guess. That's what they were told. These tickets were $4,000 to $250,000 per person. Per person. This is the one that Jarul and other people were involved. Oh, don't worry, they're good for it. His partner is worth billions of dollars. They're good for it. They're going to fly you on a private jet over to the island. It's a whole experience. Well, for that money, it should be. But I want my money. I'll come back to it. I got my money. It went over. There was a lead production company who landed the show. And they brought together 18 different production companies. I don't know, it was 30 or 100 generators, a couple hundred Vipers. I mean, it was extensive. Stuff that went over. They went over, they started setting it up, and I started hearing a little grumble. These guys always grumble, right? Yeah, they got to set up on an island. They got to set up with all these monitors. There's no sand. This is a dredged port, so it's all crumbled rock. Well, all right, well, the Ghost got their FEMA tents. 4,000 FEMA tents. But the food's got to be great. Well, then I'm hearing, well, yeah, when they signed the contract, they started reading, and they're like, okay, so your deposit is $350,000 for the food. All right, here's your money. Here's your contract. A couple days before the show, we need our balance. Oh, $350,000 deposit, which includes cost. 50% deposit, $700,000 in food. How do you not read to the end of a contract? And the food balance was $6 million. Oh, did I say that they didn't even sell a lot of the tickets for $250,000? So they didn't have money. Well, just cancel it. Oh, I also heard that the cargo container of alcohol never even made it to the Bahamas. How do you have I'm sorry. I don't drink. Everything about this event came crashing down on April 29th. And when people are all starting to arrive, now they're not arriving on a private jet because these people, they bought a jet, a DC-8 or something, and they retrofit a jet, looks really nice, but you can't fly a DC-8 in the United States. Every single component that these people did was belly up. There was not even a padlock. All right, so hey, I'm going to the beach for 2 weeks. What do I need? Pair of shorts. And they did those electronic wristband. Hey, give us a couple $1,000. You don't have to bring your money. It'll all be in the wristband. You still have a passport. Where are you going to lock your passport? No padlocks on the island. Oh, no, the food on the island. Well, no, there was a slice of cheese, a piece of bread that the local school, I think it was, that they hired at the last minute to try to feed everybody. And then there's this guy there, jackhammering in the temporary fence, and he heads through the only water source on the island. They patched that 30 days later, the water was still flowing. $360,000 water bill. They never patched. But that's not the hard part of the story. I guess I'm glad I'm staying home and sitting in an air-conditioned bed. Well then, things were falling apart so much. At the last minute, yeah, we promised a sandy beach. Yeah, we're being intense, not jealous, but it's a sandy beach. There's no sand, so they brought in a couple of truckloads of sand full of mites. As I said, my stage guys like to pitch a lot. You just don't know. You'll enjoy it. When the show starts, you'll enjoy it. Well, with everything falling down, I get my dinner. My wife is a vegetarian. She made me a nice steak dinner. Sit down in front of TV, and oh, we got this new thing on TV. Let's look at the international things. What's happening? And when we hit the Russia channel. Oh, in the Bahamas, the fire festival. Oh, hey, wait, cool. Look, there's my Apex stage. Oh, side note on Apex commercial, it was the only time a client ever actually made me put white stuff over the name. So it wasn't the Apex stage in the Bahamas. You look on the side, there's still a sticker that says Fire Festival. They want me to take it off. I'm like, no, that's like saying, hey, I got out my phone, I'm taking a picture of TV. Wow, look, Russian today, my stage is on TV. Double time, my stage is on TV. NBC, my stage is on TV. This festival fell apart, and where's my villa? Where do I stay? Well, all mattresses were wet because they didn't put them in the FEMA tanks, you know. And then they made the comment, wherever you want. First come, first serve. What did they pay for these tickets? Where do we put our passports? Is there any food? And a rebellion started happening, and the Bahamian government stepped in and took all the fans and they locked them in the airport. Now, I don't know if anybody here has ever been locked up besides fish, but they physically chained the doors, not fire marshals, would have whipped out guns and started shooting. They chained the doors and they put all these people in the airport. All flights, all transportation to the Bahamas ceased. glad I'm sitting home, not air conditioned, looking at my cold steak. So you get paid for a show, you tear it down, and you come home. Well, the Bahamian government, nice guys. Nice guys. Knew this guy was worth a lot of money. You know, you're on a bar tab. So when you import into a country, you have to pay your duty and your taxes. And when you send something out of the country, you have to file something called a carnet-ada, which means, hey, this sofa is going to go to the Bahamas, it's going to be there for 2 weeks, and then it's coming back. They didn't. They didn't pay taxes on the water here. So the Bahamian government already soared from the event called Baha Bar. That was $18 billion over budget and could not open because there's not a single pipe in the building that's bigger than Atlantis that would hold water. And 78% of Bahamians were out of work because of Baha Bar. And there's another fiasco destroying their country because it was on every piece of media. So the government stepped in, they started shipping people back. The guy's like, oh no, I'll refund everybody their money. I'll refund their money. And he didn't. And then a $100 million class action lawsuit was filed against him, which they'll never see a dime. Anybody here own a corporation? Yeah. You sort of know what. But now, the Burger King Corporation has assets because they own some of the restaurants. What did Fire Festival LLC, Limited Liability Corporation, what did they own? The guy they're never going to get a penny back. So the Bahamian government seized everything. My stage is supposed to come back in 2 weeks because it's going to go to Lake Sheldon. It's going to go to Indianapolis Speedway. And I was about to sign a 20-city, 12-week tour for my introductory summer. I'm not a rich man. Usually I have $1 in my wallet. I pay for my gas, my house from another job that I work, and all the money that I make from this business goes back into the business. And it took a nice chunk of doing gigs where I'm doing stage, sound, lighting for $2,000. But I'm doing up to 100 shows a month, doing volume to get that money to buy that. That's my 401k. It's like 4240. It's my 401k. And I no longer own it. And I had to cancel all of my shows. Jeff, Apex, Peddler, can you order me another 4240?
What happened to yours?
Don't worry about it, but
Oh wait, I know what happened to yours.
you watch TV, right?
You sent me the photos.
Yeah. So I ordered a replacement stage. Hey, you gotta keep going forward. But this is the first production model, or the prototype before this. This is the first production model. Number 4 is actually going off the lot today. They're starting number 5. They got 6, 7, and 8. It is a very popular model. I can be a salesman here. I don't work for Apex. I can tell you that is by far a better stage. Not to blast any competition. I'm very impressed with the Century. Looking at the engineering, the double engineering, I'm like, where's the pulleys? How is that doing? The triple engineering, I'm amazed at that. The XXL, that's a clean looking stage. I'm not biased. I like staging. I like mobile staging. Now, there's things that a competitor, I didn't mention, who puts out a good product, but has a weight restriction of 700 pounds on a beam where I got 7,000. Has a 8-foot clearance to roll your drum risers around your 4 corners. I got 16-foot clearance. The things on this stage, I'm loving, but I don't have it. I will survive. Lawyers from the Bahamas, lawyers from the U.S., mayors, governors, Catherine Rundle, which is I don't know, some Department of Justice. All these people, and this is becoming an international crisis. All right, I got my buddies in the Bahamas. They'll help me. They'll help me. No, I'm not voting in the Bahamas. Oh. Except one. But I knew this one guy. They were making him the scapegoat. So I don't dare call that. All right, well, in order to get your stage back, it's now property of the Bahamian government. We own it. And in order to get it back, you have to pay us the duty, the tax, on everything that this guy did for his festival. No, you got to pay for everything. Well, I only want to pay for my stage. Because it was shipped across as one entity. They wanted everything paid for. I do not take full credit. I don't know if I really made a deal. Matt was stuck over there for 6, 7, 2 months. Oh, and I don't know. Sometimes I look at the places he was staying because they were borrowed houses. And sometimes he had no place to stay. But he was going back and forth, trying to work with the government to get it back. The company that was the center company for it arranged to pay for the duty only, negotiated out for the duty of all production that went across, not for the water, the hotel, the slices of cheese, and the 2 loaves of bread that went across. All right, fine. The stage is coming back. The stage is coming back. The fans filed a $100 million lawsuit against the guy. They're getting really upset because the guy hasn't been arrested. Corporation. You can't arrest a corporation. I got 2 good newses on one day. One is on that wire transfer, he showed that he was sending additional money. So my client released the money because I was not letting my stage go on a ship until I received my money. That wire transfer email was photoshopped. Federal crime, warrants issued in New York, California, Florida. So I had a little bit of satisfaction that this guy that potentially ruined my life is in jail. He's bailed out now. He's got deep pockets. But at least I know that he spends in jail. And that my stage is doing that. So I tap into cameras and I see my stage getting onto the ship. I tap into another camera and I'm watching the ship on the boat going past NASA. I'm looking at the GPS track and I'm watching it come into Fort Lauderdale. Turn around. Oh, by the way, when it gets to court, remember, you have to pay X amount of duty because they did not file the carnet audit saying that you were taking a U.S. product out of the country and bringing it back. Because it's coming in as one shipment, they want sales tax paid on everything. All the Martin lighting, all the acoustic sound, everything. A big chunk of just went to the Bahamian government. What's going on? Freaking out. Back to U.S. attorneys. Back to this. No, that's. It's not like the DOT where you have gray areas and well, if it's under 26,000 pounds, but you're not going across state lines, you still need a DOT number. It's not gray areas like that. It's no carnet audit. You have to get taxed. $355,000 something with the duty and taxes on all this equipment. All right, so I have Jeff. We have a thing so in order, right? Well, at some point, I'm going to rise above this. It helps who you know. It helps to have relationships. It helps that everything that we do as a business person is not about the dollar.
Yep.
Somebody wants it, and you know it's going to pay it forward. I called somebody who called the head of the fire department, who does all their media relations, and heard my story. It's like, well, wait, I have a buddy. Call the buddy. Call the buddy. I'm like, the fire department's not going to help me with this. Fire department is part of Homeland Security. They're not a separate department. It's part of all these different departments. I get a phone call from Washington, D.C. and I'm like, what? What do you do? Yeah, no, so-and-so told me to call you about your stage and thing, and the fire festival, which at that point became the most known festival ever in the history of festivals. I'm so honored to be part of what was the most memorable concert. Then there was that thing in Vegas that took the limelight off of fire. That makes us appreciate our industry, makes us want to wake up a little bit more to business. He goes, yeah, you own the Apex stage, right? In Kansas. Yeah, I remember working on that stage. Now, I don't know how sharp I can be on this, but it's one of the few stages, and Jeff, you might have to help me out on this one. The Apex stage, because of either the dollar value or the weight classification, requires a taxation on roads.
Federal excise tax.
That's not seen on the smaller stages. I've never paid it in my life. So I'm expecting to pay, sales tax, 6.5%. And then there's this excise tax, that's another. He goes, yeah, no, I remember that. Because it goes under rule for when all the stage line countries come in from Canada, they pay that excise tax on the, not all, but the heavier duty. The heavier weight, again, I'm not sure if it's weight. When they come in, he remembered that and he said, hey, you're solid. He helped negotiate a lower excise tax based on the construction of a semi-truck not on the stage, which reduced our tax bill and helped rewrite the laws to make it more affordable. Because, yeah, but you have an American-made stage. Yeah, we've been through that, and now the pain has screwed me over. Now my own government's going to screw me over. No, take care of it. What's the solution? Pay it.
Good.
Yeah, tell them, go in and tell them you'll arrange payments. Hey, here's $10 down on account, and then you're going to make X amount of payments, and then you'll take possession when you pay it off. And the moment you pay to him and he accepts that and he writes your receipt, I will have the federal agents go in and arrest you. Because you cannot charge duty on an American product. And he could not divide the content of the shipment because of the way it was shipped back and forth. I saw the boat turn around, come into Port Everglades, go over to the fence, dock up, gates open, truck drove off, and out. Man, if I had cocaine in that truck, I'd give you all $1 billion. No inspection, no waivers, no nothing. The U.S. government did not want to see that stage anymore. Long story short, relationships. You have to have relationships with the city, the county, with the inspector who's saying, no, you can't set your stage up for a show. You want to tell them that. But you got to remain friends with everybody. We're competition. You have stages. I have stages. You just outbid me on a show. Okay. Now you're coming back to me to rent my stage. All right. Well, hey, I'm still making money on the show. Fine. Relationships. But read these contracts. And again, rude awakening for me because a lot of times I send contracts out, and it's that old proverbial, well, they paid me a deposit. They wouldn't have paid me a deposit if they didn't read the invoice, they wouldn't have read the invoice if they didn't read the contract. And in court of law, that's an acceptable verbal agreement to your contract. But it's a lot better if they sign it. It's a lot better if you have the verbiage. On emergencies fish, email me that. When we talk about having the rights to stop for tornadoes, he has a paragraph verbiage saying, hey, you know it's your responsibility to give me the chief of police, the phone number, fire department, the closest hospital, your evacuation route. The client might read 3 words of it. The fact that that's in the thing also gives you the strength that you have a dangerous situation coming, you can stop your show. And I have more pictures of my stage. My stage is back. I haven't ever staged out of order. I'm happy. Getting back on my feet in September, I finally started bookings again, and then we had something called Irma come through. That's our version of snow, I think.
That just destroyed me.
So in 1 year, I've had 2 free shows, Coconut Grove, and then when it came back in June, Anheuser-Busch came, picked it up, City of Hialeah, Crusher cleaned it, painted it, took care of everything for it, and Anheuser-Busch brought it back. And then we did House of Creators. I've got 7, maybe 9 shows booked for it this year. Don't fear buying a stage. You only buy what's within your limits. Don't buy a brand. This is a whole different animal. If you want to do the 32, 24, 16-foot markets, do it. This is a different animal. Oh, but it's only 10 foot wide. No, this is a different animal. A lot more people to set up. $30,000 worth more of distro cabling and wires to get to all your lights. Different motors. I mean, it's a different animal. But if you're charging $2,000 for one stage, this is going to get me into the $100,000, $300,000 market. This is my 401k. Don't stop it. Read your contracts, get paid in advance, keep your friends. Thank you.
I got a question. I got some questions for you.
Oh, question. I'm sorry.
How'd you know Fish was in
Wait,
jail?
they want the microphone.
I got 2 questions.
Questions.
I don't need no microphone. Did you get a deposit from the job in the Bahamas?
I got a deposit and I got paid the balance before I let the ship make the stage.
Okay, so at the end of the day, it wasn't too bad. What were the tax payments?
I got paid $50,000 for the stage rental for 2.5 weeks. Out of that, I spent probably $10,000 getting all the different types of insurance, the marine insurance, the international insurance, stuff like that, which are voided. Much as I covered myself in every possible way, when you have government interference, it voids your insurance, it voids your bond, and is there a way? There's no way around it. But now, and I'm looking at the insurance specialty right here. So when you sign an insurance contract, let's say it's on your truck. Oh, for an extra $12, you can get the terrorism on it. That wouldn't cover it as government interference. But it's a different type, so I still wouldn't have been.
What was the cost of the taxes coming in?
The taxes, 17 to the Bahamas. The U.S. government won $355,000 before they made their mistake.
So you put a $10 deposit and that was the end. All right, 17, 10. Got a deposit.
Somehow, I kept the $10 because I think word travels quick.
No.
But I never thought in this age Washington, D.C. would
Maritime
help.
insurance is the only thing that could have saved you. Because they're really strict about stuff like that.
I'll go back, but when I go back, it's not going to be me going after somebody else's game. It's going to be me going back as a reflection. As Tom Mitchell, I'll pay my duty, I'll pay my taxes. Yes, importing, export. Anybody import, export?
Yes.
Okay, you can buy the light from Chevy for $600. You can buy it from China for $89. And then they charge you, I could just put the Mojo barriers that you buy locally are $2,000 per piece, I think, and I'm buying them there for $150, and they charge me $200 to ship them from China to the U.S. Worms, it's a different area. Pay the broker, pay the insurance, find that specialist. Yes.
We used to get a letter of credit in a U.S. bank for the value of the equipment that goes over. So then if it went over, they didn't come back. I can go to the bank and get my letter of credit. that
That's
not common practice?
Again, this was
On
the
the
first time I
purchase.
had these issues, and I thought I was taking care of myself by getting the marine and the Bahamian insurance.
Right.
I like that idea.
Yeah, so,
But now what also bites you is that anytime you rent a stage, and we talked earlier about somebody renting a stage to somebody else for a season, I think I've done that once, and I made him actually insure the stage, even though I have my insurance on it. Since he's in possession, he also insured the stage for its full value. Plus, I think there was a damage waiver, and the fact that, all right, so hey, he totals it, you get an insurance check, how long does that get that for 3224?
not soon.
but you would also be listed as an additional insured on his policy.
Yes.
Because I do that for.
With rights of subrogation.
Am I the only person that, every event I go to, I require the event holder to list me as additional insured? Am I the only, because I get a lot of grief over that.
It goes back to the glorified secretary.
I
How many
mean,
times have you been asked, oh, I need sound for an event, I need one microphone?
Yeah.
And what about the mixer and the speakers and the generator and the stage and the lights?
I can-
No, I just need one microphone, that's all the contract says. And it's the same thing, yeah. You can ask, and there are certain clients that I actually make them put me on their
We
policy.
don't let them on the stage until they do it. We
And
will
the other
set
clients
it up.
also ask us to do ours. We originally had 8 free a year and then paid $75 for each additional, where then the policy changed for like $200 more, you get unlimited, get the unlimited so you can make everybody your additional insured. Rights of subrogation, which means they can't make your decisions for you, you're involved in it as well.
Folks, I hate to be extremely rude here, and forgive me, please, for...
I promised him I wasn't going to talk to
I
him.
gotta cut him off. We're gonna start competing with the pirate songs over here any minute now. And I wanted to open up the floor to answer any questions. This is my presentation time. I'm not gonna take up a whole lot of your time. I did want to talk about the 4240 briefly.
Oh,
And then we're going to do a demo of the 2016 over here with Apex, and that's not going to have any narrative to it. This is the 4240. We've been making it now for 3 years. This was the second one we made. We were working on number 4 now. Number 5, 6, and 7 are going to be going out in the next several months. A couple of distinctions that I'd like to point out about the product. Thank you. 4240, 42 indicating 42 feet stage left to stage right, an important distinction because 42 feet gives you an extra foot on the corners of the floor panels to give you a full 40-foot span in between those towers, so you don't have to piece together strange lengths of truss. I'm sure all you guys know how that makes sense. 16 feet of full foot traffic space between your masts and your corner towers on each floor panel, so that you have nothing blocking your path to get risers and things of this nature. I'm sure you all know the distinction there. It's reciprocal, meaning upstage, downstage, both sides. Either way, you don't have to worry about when you're pulling in what's upstage or what's downstage, where your audience is going to be. Also, the spanner roof beams, or spanner roof panels, I should say, the retractable roof panels, one comes out of the other, and you've got a full load-bearing capacity on the roof panels as opposed to, say, for instance, like I call it a visor that kind of flips down. And those of you who are familiar with the SO, you know what I'm talking about. It's going to cost you about $450, $430 to start, $20 for the remote control option, which is
a
pretty much going to
lifesaver.
happen.
A lifesaver. For the
Yeah.
size of the stage,
You gotta have the
be able to
remote
walk
control.
around.
Again, this is brief because again they're going to start this event over here, and we're going to be competing with that. We're going to go ahead and do the 2016 demo while they're doing their songs. And I took my kids on this thing yesterday, so I know what's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of singing, and it's a great thing. I recommend it wholeheartedly. But we don't want to compete with them. So, any questions, real quickly? Feel free to walk around on the 4240. Get up there. I will be available for questions, concerns, anything as we're walking around. We're going to go ahead and go over here and do a 2016 demo. We're going to open up that real quick. I want to thank all of my Apex representatives for being here, and I especially want to thank Mike Lino for giving us the opportunity to be a part of this. Thank you.
What's the average
Say again.
rental rate on some of that?
It's difficult for me to. Clearly, it's
A Metro.
12 to 16. 12 to 16 a day. Tom,
For what?
the average rental rate for the stage only on the 4240.
I had been paying $18,000 to $24,000 to rent because I'm in Miami and to travel. Yet locally, you're seeing about 12.5, 14.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that compares to the
320.
It's actually big.
Any other questions or concerns that I can address? Yes, sir.
Just while you got it, when we do this demo, what does this unit go for?
This is the 2016, and it will go roughly 70 loaded. A couple of sets of steps, scrim and skirt banner kit. Start around 64. Come in just south of 70. This is going to be our most popular model this year. We're going to make more of these this year than any other size. And for some reason, the little stage is finding its traction right now, as is the big one. And look, I don't know, I would never imply to know more about this business than any of you folks here. The 32-foot stage seems to have plateaued. At least that's from the outside looking in, and I may be overthinking it, but we're going to make more of that stage this year than anything else. Any other questions or concerns? I appreciate your time.
Do you have
Say
any
again?
20% off coupons?
Say again, Steve?
Are there any 20% off coupons?
Coupons. Coupons.
Yeah.
I don't have any available right now.
You buy the
Appreciate you
stage for
asking.
70 grand, you get a free stage.
Thank you all very much. Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Yeah.